From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the New York Jets. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Former Steeler, this is Le'Veon Bell. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. A give to Bell. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about... The 35.
Tyrann Mathieu on the tackle. It's a gain of 10. And a Jets first down.
Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Jets have recovered. A little careless with the football. And he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did. And when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you. 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away. Take it away because you've got to take care of the ball.
Number 26.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
At the 40.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Kaepernick to throw on second down. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Jabari Zuniga. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Finds a seam inside the 40. Say what you want, but Kaepernick's still one of the best at doing that as the scramble gets him a first.
First down.
Kaepernick was looking to throw, but then it became decision time. And when he saw they had room to run, he made the right decision to pull it down there, and he winds up picking up the first down.
Now a pass taken in by the tight end Herndon. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Caught here by Bell. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Jets on the move, couple of big plays back-to-back.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. And it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10. At their own 19-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Good. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Damian Williams was dinged up a little bit in 2019, and Kansas City brought in LaShawn McCoy to supplement him. But when healthy, Damian Williams is a terrific back. Excellent speed, low center of gravity to make people miss. And how about the longest run in the league in 2019? 91 yards against the Vikings in Week 9. Many thought he was going to get caught, but he used the scoreboard in the stadium to make sure that no one was behind him as he carried it all the way to the end zone.
Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. Mahomes now to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First catch for the NFL's leader in receiving yards at the midway point. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Swearinger. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Intercepted by
They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long, pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
A first down run for Bell, not going to get much, maybe a couple, and it's second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Kaepernick. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
A first carry for Josh Adams, the Notre Dame product. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Justice Hill, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Here's Mecole Hardman. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Here's 2nd and 10.
At the 31-yard line.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. He'll try and run it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes completes it to Hardman. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
10 at the 43-yard line.
Mahomes now on 1st down. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Jets' 49-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Chiefs nothing.
Let me breathe
on second down now. It's Williams. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
57. Mike, 57. Hey, we heavy on the edge.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Edwards-Helaire, the ball carrier.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 15-yard line. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
He's got it, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Is good. Makes the score Jets 14, Chiefs 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Kaepernick going to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Justice Hill, the ball carrier. Desmond Trufant brought him down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
At the 19-yard line.
On the toss, here's Hill. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. Looking for Mims, but this is intercepted. Picked off at the 16. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 31. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. 57's Mike 57. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Cool on the tackle.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mahomes. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Intercepted by the
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is this horoscope off? Is biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the
2nd and 9. Now Kaepernick. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
intercepted.
This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
To Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
In a fourth down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on fourth. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And he finds his man. That's Butler. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Well, they deemed it four-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
12 more yards there and another first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
5 brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And his kick is good.
That ties the game at 14. Harrison Butker to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
New York.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Kaepernick to throw. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
On the return, the Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Edwards-Helaire on the counter. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Makes the score Chiefs 21. Jets 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 41. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm. Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Check 59, Mike.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones.
Mahomes pass.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Butker's kick here is good, and the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Kaepernick's pass.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On the handoff, it's Hill.
Justice Hill.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And it's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Kaepernick. And this is caught by Watkins. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line.
Hill, the ball carrier.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
Going again on the ground here with Hill. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Gain on the play.
And they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Kaepernick. And the throw there going to be incomplete. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. Coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Short throw, pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Check.
Throwing now is Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They go play fake. Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 37. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
The ball carrier.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 13-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's some guys, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now left side on the swing pass. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. We're back now in KC.
31.
It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. The Jets on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Jabari Zuniga able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over.
At the 40-yard line.
Now Edwards-Helaire. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Edwards-Helaire, the ball.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Mahomes to throw. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Pierre Desir. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
By the Jets.
That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. They start the drive on the ground with Hill. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And now here is another interception. It's Desmond Trufant, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this one.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it. And sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Room here to run. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 97 yards. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. He was trying to get it to Denzel Mims that time, but it'll be 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a give here to Hill. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Justice Hill,
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Jets on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. On the catch, it's Crowder. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
To Jamison Crowder.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They set up the screen to Hill. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Complete.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
A gain of 12.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Josh Adams.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
The Jets on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
5 yards.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Turnover on downs.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. An opportunity for them to salt this game away after that fourth down stop we just witnessed as they hold a commanding 3-score lead in the fourth quarter. The linebacker C.J. Mosley in on the stop.
Wassor on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. On
2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
It's now 3rd and 10.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. He was brought down by Eric Harris.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's Edwards-Helaire. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for Kansas City, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll have another home date next week as the Carolina Panthers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.